Democrat mayor gets up. He said, well, I think it was Donald Trump. I don't even say, you know what I say then? When we have a protester inside, which isn't even very often, I say, be very gentle. Please don't hurt him. Take care of him. If he wants to shout, if he punches you in the face, smile as your nose is pouring blood out of it. Be very, very nice. We had a case where we had an African-American guy who was a fan of mine. Great fan, great guy. In fact, I want to find out what's going on with him. You know what I'm, look at my African-American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so we have an African-American guy at one of the rallies a month ago. And he's sitting there behaving. And we had protesters inside the arena. And they were dressed in a Ku Klux Klan outfit, okay? And they're running around dressed as Ku Klux Klan. And the place is booing them, booing. This African-American gets up and, man, he slugged these guys. He slugged them. And by that time, their hat was off because they got ripped off as they were running up the stairs. But this guy, a great guy, I think he was a military guy for a long time, he slugged this guy wearing the Ku Klux Klan outfit. But by the time he got up to the top, you couldn't see it was a Ku Klux Klan outfit. So when the African-American cold-cocked this guy never knew what happened. Everybody thought the African-American was against me. And it was the opposite. He was like this great guy, military guy. We have tremendous African-American support. The reason is I'm going to bring jobs back to our country. We're going to bring jobs back. But when these sleazy people, these dishonest people who never show the crowds, they never ever show the crowds, when they showed that event, it made it look like the white guy was on my side. The African-American guy said, I had enough. And nobody's going to run through an arena like that. And they reversed it, and it's a disgrace, okay? Let me tell you, while we're on the subject, we are going to bring jobs back to this country. We need our jobs. We're going to make it very expensive for companies to fire everybody and leave. You know, your area has lost 1 in 3 manufacturing jobs over a fairly short period of time. That's a lot of manufacturing jobs. Your crime rate is way the hell up. You know that. I mean, I have these statistics. By the way, they're that way all over the place. When I go to Pennsylvania, we won that little landslide. When I go to Connecticut, landslide. Maryland, landslide. Rhode Island, landslide. Delaware, landslide. The week before that, we had New York, super landslide. You know what's nice? They know me in New York. They know me. We had 3 people running. I got 62% won everything. I mean, I won so much, people couldn't even believe it. Way, way above even projections. I knew I was going to win. But isn't it nice, even for you, where the people that know me the best give me a tremendous vote of confidence that we won it bigly. And then you have these guys like Charles Krauthammer. Donald Trump is not at 50%. I got like 12 people running against me in some of these states, right? Ever notice that? Donald Trump. He's the guy, Krauthammer. He would say, oh, so much. Mr. Trump will not run. This is the finest field of talent ever assembled in the history of the Republican Party. That was before I ran. I listened to Krauthammer say, it's the finest group of talent ever assembled in the history of the Republican Party. I looked at my wife, I said, you know, maybe I shouldn't run. Except Krauthammer doesn't know what he's talking about. He's another one. He's overpaying. He's the one, you know, he was the big one for the war. Go into the war. Go into Iraq. Fight like hell. Lose thousands of lives. Spend $2 trillion. Spend $2 trillion. You know we got? Nothing. You know what we did? We gave Iraq to Iran. And I've been against it. With that being said, we're going to build our military so powerful, so strong, nobody's going to mess with us. Our military is depleted. Did you see those things on Fox and CNN where they had a sort of documentary on what's going on with our flyers, right? We have these great airmen. And what's going on with our equipment? Where one of the airmen said, oh, I used to be so proud. now what they do for our fighters, our F-16s or F-18s, they have the fighters. They don't have parts. So they go into a plane graveyard. You know, that's where they dump the old planes. And they're stealing parts for our fighter jets. And they're stealing parts from museums where they show the fighter jets. They're going in and they're taking parts because they want to be able to continue to fly. This is the United States. Can you imagine them doing that? And then they spoke to these young pilots, these great guys, and they said, well, what do you think? Well, they're leaving. They're leaving. As soon as their term is up, they're leaving. And they say how sad it is. And they remember how great it was like 15 years ago when he started. This is the United States, folks, and we're never going to be doing that kind of thing again if I'm president. I tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. So we have a lot of things to do, and we're going to do things the right way. Hillary Clinton is not a talented person. She's not a natural. She wasn't meant for this job. She's greedy. She's greedy as hell. And that's, I think, the reason she wants it. But she doesn't have the talent for the job. She's not a natural for the job. And she's just not a natural talent. And honestly, folks, look, beyond me, if you choose Hillary Clinton, this country is going to die. It's going to die. She's not respected by other countries. When she goes, she won't ask. As an example, when I said Japan, look, you know, we may have to walk, but Japan, you got to pay up. You got to pay up. They're going to like me. They're going to pay up. And if they don't pay up, we have to walk. And you know what? They're going to have to defend themselves. That's okay. Okay? Now, I never said nukes. What I'm saying is they're going to have to defend themselves. You know, right now, we have to defend them from North Korea. John Kerry, not once did he get up from the bargaining table and say, sorry, folks, you take care of yourselves, leave the room, double up the sanctions. They would have called you within 24 hours. He gave up every single point. And by the way, the biggest loser in that deal, aside from us, is Israel. Israel is beside themselves over that deal. That deal is a disaster for Israel and a disaster for the Middle East, because you're going to have countries now start to arm up and arm up big. It's a disaster. This is the president that we have. And I believe that Hillary Clinton is going to be worse than Obama, okay? I believe she's got less talent than Obama. She has less natural ability than Obama. And I'm not saying he has much, because he doesn't. But he's got an agenda, folks, because he has to have an agenda. Because nobody can be so stupid, and nobody can make deals like this guy's making. Now remember this, Obama's been talking lately. He's been talking about Donald Trump. And normally I wouldn't want to attack the president. I wouldn't want to say bad. I'd rather not. But once he speaks, like Bill Clinton, he started speaking. Now he's been very quiet lately, very quiet. But you know what? He started speaking. Once they attack, then we're allowed. So he's going to go out and campaign for Hillary. By the way, he doesn't like Hillary, and Hillary hates Obama. You know that. She's hated him for years. Obama called Bill Clinton a racist. Bill Clinton hates Obama. And I know that for personal fact. But he hates Obama, hates him. The biggest surprise to me is that he made the speech at the convention for him, honestly, because he hates Obama. Hillary Clinton can't stand Obama. But now Hillary will do anything he says. You know why? She doesn't want to go to jail. Do you notice? The president, all of a sudden, they're going to disassociate themselves from the president. All of a sudden, anything he wants, she'll do. Because it seems like they're protecting her. Let's take the word seems out, okay? They are protecting her from going to jail. And she doesn't want to anger the president by saying, I disagree with you on this. So she agrees with just about every single thing that he wants to do. Yes, sir. No, sir. I think she should start calling him sir. Okay? And that's what's happening, folks. We're going to have a whole different thing. Remember this about Obama. I always thought one thing. I never thought he'd be a good president. I thought he'd be a great, really healer. I thought he'd bring the country together. I thought he was going to be a good cheerleader. He's been a disaster cheerleader. No, I know what she said. It's, you know, hey, a lot of people say that, by the way. But I thought it'd bring the country together.
he can't bring the country together. It's not there. He's brought the country and he's divided the country. Wealthy, less than wealthy, white, black. He's absolutely been the great divider. He's been a terrible president. Hillary Clinton will be worse, believe me. She's going to be worse. She's going to be worse. She has a chance of being far worse. I mean, look at the deals. Look at the Libya deal. Look at it. And you know who has that great Libyan oil? You know, it's among the finest oils in the world, right? It's high up. It's sweet. It is one of the fine oils in the world. You know who has it now? ISIS has it. ISIS. Without that raid, you don't have Benghazi. I met with the fiancée of the ambassador who was killed yesterday. She's supporting Trump. A very nice woman. And she tells me stories about Hillary that are unbelievable. Unbelievable. Horrible stories about Hillary. I mean, I said, are you sure you're supporting me? Because I assumed she'd be like on the Democrat side. And she said, no, I'm supporting you. But she told me stories about Hillary that are horrible. That are horrible. And she said the ambassador was like a great guy. And the death they died, what they went through, was supposed to be beyond comprehension, including the other 3 young people. And remember the ads, the phony ads with Hillary? Who do you want answering your phone at 3 o'clock in the morning? She was sleeping. She was sleeping. She was sound asleep, or who knows what she was doing, but she didn't answer the phone. I say she was sleeping. I say she was sleeping because she's got no energy. I say she was sleeping, all right? You know, I say it was a terrible thing. And Benghazi has never really been picked up like it should be picked up because the press has never picked it up. So here's the story, folks. It's an honor that you're here with this kind of heat. I know a number of you went down. I love you all. But I'll tell you what, you're going to be so happy, so proud. You've got to go out on June 7th. You've got to go out. You've got to go out. You've got to vote. Because we're sending a mandate. That's a mandate. We already won. And we're now ahead by millions and millions of votes above the people that came in second. I won't even tell you who it is. But we're ahead by millions of votes. But the more we have and the bigger the mandate we have, the stronger the movement is going to be. And then most importantly, get every one of your friends. And in November, you have to go and vote. I'll be back. I'll be back. But in November, you have to go and vote. Let me just tell you, we're going to start winning again. We're going to win with our military, and we are going to knock the hell out of ISIS because we have no chance. And it's going to go a lot faster and a lot easier than people understand. We're going to knock the hell out of them. We're going to have strong borders. We're going to have the wall. We're going to be proud of our country again. We're going to make great trade deals. We're going to get rid of Common Core, bring education locally. We're going to repeal Obamacare. 60%, think of it in Texas, 60%, Blue Cross Blue Shield, 60% increase, 60. And it's going to be worse than that for other sections. November 1st, they have to announce it. Worse. And don't let them take that November 1st announcement and make it December. Because that alone will destroy their chances of winning the presidency. Remember, don't let that happen. Because they're trying to do it. They want to have a later announcement day. So we're going to start winning with so many different elements of life and of our country. We're going to save our Second Amendment. Hillary Clinton wants to abolish it, believe me. She wants to abolish our Second Amendment. We're going to save our Second Amendment. And we're going to win. We're going to win at every single level. I often joke, I have fun, but it's really not joking, it's fact. Where I say we're going to win, we're going to win so much. Friends of mine, I have 3 or 4 friends, great friends in the audience, and I say, they're going to come see me at the White House, Mr. President. Sir, we're winning too much. The people of California, sir, are tired of winning. They don't want to win so damn much, Mr. President. Please stop this winning. We're not used to it as a country. We're used to losing all the time. We can't handle it. And I'm going to say, I'm sorry. We're going to win. We're going to win with trade. We're going to win with military. We're going to win by getting rid of Obamacare and replacing it. We're going to win at the border. We're going to get the wall. We're going to let people come into our country, but they're coming in legally, and they're going to come in a lot of them. But they're coming in legally. We're going to win so much, and we are going to make America great again. I say greater than ever before. Remember this, folks. America first. We don't put America first. We have these horrible, horrible trade negotiators. I actually think they're not as stupid as people think. I think that they actually want to help everybody else. They want to help everybody but our country. We are going to have a policy of America first. Make America great again. We will do it. Get out on the 7th and vote, and boy, you better vote in November. Thank you very much.